Right.
So you think sports was good for you and your family and everybody?
Right,
You think
right,
you recommend sports as a good?
Absolutely, because you meet a lot of people and you learn a lot, and people like to play sports generally, and so consequently there's a lot of void time if you don't play sports.
Right.
So, but if you're playing sports, then you're pretty active. See, now the girls also, what I did is I said, well, we would coach then the boys basketball during the wintertime, and then I had to then give my time also to the girls. So we played. So I coached them, got together as softball teams.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, we had a girls' the city of Warren city champions girls.
Not bad.
Softball,
now, was Sharon on that team?
Sharon was on that team,
And Kathy?
Kathy.
Was Sharon any good?
Sharon was the first baseman. Kathy was second baseman.
Sharon was a good power hitter, I thought.
Yeah.
Based on my research.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of power.
She's good. So
she's got a good left hook.
So they were all active.
Good.
All active.
Good.
And consequently, by being active and good, well, then they met many others. See?
Yeah, yeah.
And others then would say, "Oh, they'd like to play in our team," and so on like that.
And then you got to meet the kids that they were hanging out with.
Right.
So it's a good way to keep up.
Oh yeah, we got to know all the kids in the neighborhood.
Good. Good.
And the parents.
Yeah. Now the way they found out that we knew something about the games, were that we had a basket up on the. We were the first one in this subdivision to put a basket up on the roof of the garage.
Uh-huh.
And
nowadays you see that all the time, but you were a cutting edge guy in that regard.
And then we made lots of noise, and people 3 blocks away would hear us playing basketball and come over.
Yeah.
They'd come over. So
this garage right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So that's very good.
So we had a very athletic family, very involved,
and through being an athlete, you got one of your jobs, right? You had made a connection for one of your jobs.
Oh, that was when.
The Marines?
No, that was when I was in Scranton. See, I had a job, and then I went after I graduated. I worked for Librans, a public accounting firm.
Oh yeah.
In Philadelphia.
Which became Cooper's and Librans.
Right, it was Cooper's. Yeah.
It was Librans back then.
Right, right.
Wow, that's way in the old days.
That's right, right. And so when I was I was working down there, this guy came up to me and he said, "Aren't you George McHugh?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Weren't you the best ball player?" I said, "Yeah, yeah." So he said. So then he said, "Well, he played against St. Mary's. So he played with St. Mary's High School of Wilkes-Barre, another city."
Oh yeah.
Like 18
down the
miles
street,
away,
down the street
miles
from
away.
From Scranton.
Right. So then he said he's doing some interviewing, and if I wanted to go to Detroit, he's going to be talking to a guy coming in from Detroit. He said you can, if you don't take it, well, yeah, at least you can get a free meal.
And the rest is history.
Right.
And then they hired you for that.
Right.
So it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Well, it's the connection. Right?
Yeah, the connection. Very good. I didn't know this. That's a good story. But who was that guy?
In fact, I forget.
You can't remember his name. Wow. Did you ever see? Did you work with that guy, or was it just?
Never worked with him. Just played against him.
Just played against him, and that was it.
See, we had our basketball team. Not only, we won the title in Scranton, and we were also in the state.
Okay. That's where you saw him.
He was with Wilkes-Barre.
Okay. So now, let me ask you something. How did you get to be such a big Notre Dame fan? What influenced you to follow Notre Dame?
Well, because those that the Jordans were one,
Okay.
and the father went to Notre Dame, and then his son, of course, went to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And that when you go to confession, the priest would always say, "What was the Notre Dame score?" That's right.
Really? Really? Well, that's a. I guess so. You took that as a sign.
Right, I took that. So we then, we were sold on Notre Dame from way back.
So you were like a Subway alumni
Right.
type.
Right.
Was your whole family Notre Dame fans, or just you?
Not necessarily.
Just
It's,
mainly you.
Well, of course, Dick did. He went into the priesthood, so
Right. So that
and Ned didn't have the desire to go
no.
college, and then Tommy then got a scholarship through by Dick being a priest. Then at the University
Where did Tommy go?
to the University of Scranton.
Scranton. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So,
Okay. All right. So that's good. So then you must have been a pretty big fan though, because did your kids all want to go? Did they know they want to go there, or did you
no, we
kind of
said-
push them along?
No, what we did is we said, well, what we'll do is we'll go around to the different schools prior to graduation, and let them have them make up their mind, and they could see what Notre Dame is and what other schools and so on. And so that's what we did. Then when Notre Dame, and then we sent away I think when they were a freshman in high school, sent away, and we said, so and so's going to, here's I say 4 that are going to be graduating each year, and so we want to send in advance and registrations.
Really, that far in advance?
Yeah,
But they
so,
didn't
and they
do
did. And
You
they
think
did.
that helped?
Oh yeah, because they send the forms and we fill those out, and then they were accepted.
As freshmen?
Yeah, yeah, they were accepted right
They don't
away.
do that anymore, I don't think.
I don't know. if
No,
they
I
do.
don't-
No, they weren't accepted. They have to know what their high school grades are. They can't accept anybody as freshmen.
It just seemed like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into the more esoteric questions. So, what's the most important thing you learned from your family, or what's the best advice your parents ever gave you?
Best advice was to never fight with one another, especially in public. and because they wouldn't want to hear a fight, or two brothers were fighting one another.
Yeah.
So that was one. The other was that they thought there should be a good relationship existing between families, and to be active.
Good. So did you guys like stick up for each other more often than not?
Oh yeah,
You guys had each other's back, right?
Like for example, Ned was a fighter, and so if we were having any difficulty, we'd say, Ned, get him. So he would take care of them.
He's a good guy to have on your team.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. You need an enforcer like that sometimes.
Yeah, we had our whole family. They were close knit, I'd say, and
Kind of like Irish
one another.
Irish mafia.
right.
Right. Nice. Yeah, you don't mess with the Irish